Kaleem, look at that. I'm Kaleem. I need to make sure you're there. I just want to do a really quick sound check. Hello.
Yo, 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 yo.
There we go. All praises to the
Yo,
Most
yo,
High.
yo, yo,
What's
yo, yo,
happening? What's
yo.
happening? Yes, I do want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatam, right? Thank you for everybody in the building. Let's get this debate started. So we had to do a recap, and we're going to have to do a rescheduling, right? So I'm going to give you the rundown. We already went through the rules. Y'all got the rules, right? Y'all understand?
We have the rules down packed to a T.
Y'all do? Y'all understand? Good. Awesome. And I just want to make sure that you all understand we're going to keep the same schedule. So Ashe, you had the floor first. Then it was on you, Kaleem. We're going to do this all over again. Y'all good with that?
Let's get it.
Let's
God,
get it. Oh man.
I'm gonna be
All
honest.
right.
Hey, host, I'm gonna be
Gonna
honest.
get them hogs
These
off our
men
car.
not gonna be
Let's
on.
get cash up black man.
Thank you so much for my wonderful administrators of the room because baby,
Boy,
I see we gonna need it. I'm
hey,
gonna
I
lock
leave,
box
boy. I was
three.
about to get him, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here
Hey,
dancing
Hey
the
hey,
baby,
tape.
say,
salam
no,
everybody. Bloop,
I
bloop.
was thinking racist too.
Man,
I was
hey,
trying to race
hey,
to
that
it.
boy said his pistol too quick.
Man,
Oh my goodness.
I was racing, nigga. I won. I finally beat this nigga.
Y'all won. All right. So whew, clock it. So right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to set up because I am keeping time tonight for you all. And please do remember that I am going to let you all know when you have 1 minute. And tonight's debate is the patriarchal system, whether or not is it naturally derived or if it's artificially fabricated, right? And we're going to hear
Mute
information
number
brought.
one, kids. Mute number one.
I'm putting,
Whose
I'm putting
music?
this shit on the big, putting this shit on the big screen, nigga.
Whose music is that?
All right, so that's what I'm going to do because I see we're not going to have a pretty decent panel tonight. It's a little bit rowdy around this joint. So everybody's now on mute. I shall unmute the two participants because I don't have time for none of this stuff. All right, so you know how we do things around here, around this party, around this camp. Thank you, Lady Shay, for all the gifts. Kaleem, are you there?
I am.
All right. So again, like I said, this debate tonight is the patriarchal system, whether or not it is naturally derived or artificially fabricated. We already rolled the dice on Sunday, and Ashe had the floor first, bringing his information saying that it was artificially fabricated. So we're going to start off with our opening statement round. We're going to start off with our opening statement rounds. And then we'll go into our first round. Ashe, you have 6 minutes to have, yes.
I never. So was the brother Yashar going to officially keep the time? Was Toon Time going to keep the time? Because
No, I'm going
if,
to keep
if
the time.
okay, the brother Yashar needs to actually hit me in the chat with his email so I can send the slide.
I got it. Yashar, I'll keep the time. You can just send him that information. I thought we were good with that. So again, I'll keep the time. Yes, I've been doing so much, a lot these lately. It's okay.
Shay, I just want to do this right here, cuz your shit is not growing, boy. You see my shit getting on out of there. That shit getting on out of there, boy.
Ashe, you see it in the
Ooh.
chat?
Your shit not growing, G. Oh, your shit just stuck to your head like a Brillo pad, huh?
Oh, he's not going to get that. It's about 50. Could you send it to him? Well, he can't. Whew.
Send it to my phone and I'll send it to his phone.
Y'all ready?
I hit the brother. I hit the brother in the chat.
All right, you got it? You sure? I would love to get this. Thank
That
you all
bougie
for
mom
coming.
can't
BTCS,
get it.
Debate Thy Cause Society, also has a community page here on Bigo. Please go ahead and sign up for that. You can send in your application right now And make sure you all follow DTCS. You can find DTCS Bigo page in the chat is also so that you can be up to date on all of the current events coming up. Make sure y'all sign up, get that notification, guys. So as soon as we get this on and popping, I am gonna be so happy. So it's not there yet.
Which
We're
one
still waiting. Say that
I
again,
want to share the
Khalil.
live. I want to share the live. What's the button to do
Well,
that? I
yes,
forgot.
please, everybody share the live. But I hope you all know that that's most of our wonderful people from down in Florida. They gonna look at it like what storm? They gonna too bad that they canceled the hurricane cakes. So I guess now they got hurricane cookies and from the public. But yeah, they,
Those
they ride out the storms down there. They know how to ride it out.
those should be in your
Praise
Couple of
you,
email
cases
God.
of
now, brother
beer,
Yashar.
some water.
Praise you, God.
No doubt.
Ooh, look at that. Yashar got it on and popping. There you go, Yashar. You good?
Bring me a pen in my notepad.
You ready? Kaleem, do me a favor. Go on mute so that you don't have any interruptions.
Absolutely.
So that he can start his presentation. He has brought up his screen. So let's get it on and popping, guys.
A transition from matriarch to patriarch. A guide by Brother Ashe Segment. Introduction. The transition from matriarch to patriarch is a profound and complex shift in human history, deeply embedded in both societal structures and spiritual paradigms. The original matriarchal systems, which were characterized by egalitarianism, cooperation, and a deep connection to nature and the self, were gradually usurped by the patriarchal systems through a series of deliberate and often violent actions, revolt, and usurpation. One significant aspect of this transition occurred when the queen's consort, to whom she had delegated executive power, revolted. These consorts would adopt the queen's names, robes, and sacred instruments as seen in Britain today and many other monarchies where the queen's husband is titled consort and not king and holds no constitutional power. Queens were even usurped by their sons in the case of Ptolemy V, who murdered Cleopatra III in ancient Egypt to assume her throne in 101 BC, or in the case of Queen Heraclea, whom was drowned by her two sons in 284 BC. Also, we have violence in mythologization. Sorry. The defeat of matriarchal societies was often mythologized as violent attacks upon women. Legends and myths were created to justify and perpetuate the subjugation of women, as we'll discuss later in the conquest of Khalid ibn al-Walid. These narratives served to legitimize the patriarchal takeover and erase the contributions and authority in women. We also have the severance of the inner and outer worlds. Under matriarchal orders, the outer and inner worlds of nature and the self were not separated. However, patriarchy insisted on the absolute severance of these realms, fundamentally altering the spiritual and psychological landscape of society. This separation facilitated the control and domination of nature and women, who were seen as embodiments of the natural world, as seen below. We even have in ancient Egypt, we see the black woman anthropomorphized as the cosmos. Her name was Nut. 3, we have promotion of power and control. The patriarchs established a hierarchical religious structure with the patriarch or Pontifex Maximus at the top, supported by his three vicars. This structure divided the world into three parts, mirroring the creator, preserver, and destroyer. This centralization of power allowed them to control religious narratives and practices, marginalizing alternative spiritual traditions, like we see in the many Roman conquests, such as the conquest of Egypt by the ruler Octavian, later known as Augustus, in 30 BC. On the right, we have the Pope surrounded by his vicars. 4, we have the demonization of the feminine principle. The patriarchs blamed the mother, or the feminine principle, for the mortality of all living beings. Instead of holding God accountable for ousting Adam out of paradise, they blamed Eve, thereby shifting the burden of original sin onto the woman. This narrative justifies subjugation of women and the suppression of matriarchal traditions. On the right, we see the angels ousting Adam. Corruption and propaganda. The patriarchs replaced the authentic spiritual text with corrupted versions or complete forgeries to serve their political religious agendas. They flooded the global community with these bogus doctrines, adding to the confusion and undermining the African divine, as seen at the conference of Nicaea, shown on the right. Destruction of religious symbols and ideology. The mother goddess was once the chief divinity across regions from the Euphrates to the Adriatic, whom saw her attributes and functions usurped by the new father gods. This suppression was not merely a religious shift, but a cultural and societal one, where the feminine aspects of creation and divinity were systematically erased or demonized. On the right, we have the masculine Ptah, introduced in 3100 BC to Egypt. Also, we have Nut again, whom was worshipped before the dynasties were introduced to the land of Egypt. The woman is God. In many creation myths, the feminine myth is seen as the source of life and with wisdom, as shown in the Gnostic texts, and nurturing energy. This is reflecting the idea that the feminine transmits both power and understanding. Let's now explore these profound figures and their creative acts a little more in depth. So we have coming up the Great Mother concept. The Great Mother is a primordial figure embodying the creative feminine power. Her domain is often the ocean, symbolizing the womb and mirror of existence. She holds the power of parthenogenesis, the ability to create life without a male counterpart. This archetype is seen in many cultures, representing the source of all life and the nurturing force of all the universe. On the right, we have a reference from Oxford University surrounding the Dogon tradition. The early story of the universe has to do with the struggles between Amma, the creator, and Ogo, one of her creations. In the beginning, Amma was alone, was in the shape of an egg. The four collarbones were fused, dividing the egg into air, earth, fire, and water, establishing also the four cardinal directions. Within this cosmic egg was the structure material and the structure of the universe, and the 266 signs that embrace the essence of all things. This, the first creation
One
of the
minute.
world by Amma, was, however, a failure. The second creation began when Amma planted a seed within herself, a seed that resulted in the shape of a man. But in the process of gestation, there was a flaw, meaning that the universe will now have within it the possibilities
Yeah.
for incompleteness. Now the egg became two placentas, each containing a set of twins, male and female. After 60 years, one of the males, Ogo, broke out of the placenta and attempted, in opposition to that being created by Amma, but to create his own universe in opposition to the being created by Amma, but he was unable to say the words that would bring such a universe into being. I'll rest. That's my opening.
All right. With 14 seconds left on the clock, I'll stop your time. Thank you so much for giving that wonderful opening statement. Yashar, if you don't mind, you can drop down. Hopefully, Kaliam, your brother of how to screen share.
What's being
You
discussed?
have yourself on mute.
Hey,
What's up,
Ashay,
Yashar?
hey, do me a favor. When before you go to your, it just it ain't gonna take no time from you. Just say next slide, and then make sure I'm going to the right slide so I can be right on point because I don't want to mess nothing up, bro.
Okay, no doubt.
Thank you so much for Yashar. I really appreciate your wonderful, wonderful help with this. Brother, you got it? What's your brother name, Kaleem? Because you got me sitting up here telling his brother name, and we don't even know his name. I guess it's not important. But Kaleem, it is on you.
Con.
So while we wait on that, please don't forget to schedule. Oh, I'm sorry, not to schedule, but yeah, definitely you can schedule your next debate here with DTCS. You can hit me up in the back chat. We will be able to facilitate whatever debate, any topic that you have available. King Millie, yeah, we're waiting a second. Kalium, we're waiting to see if he's going to be able to do this. So we're waiting on him to pop up with the screen share. I guess they're communicating so that he can do it because he has him definitely screen sharing for him as well. Don't forget to subscribe to DTCS Debate That Cause Society here on the community page of Vigo. Also, let's get the DTCS in YouTube and on IG. And we're still waiting on Kalium and his screen share.
All right, we all good.
You all ready?
Mm-hmm.
So we got your 6 minutes ready to go. Whenever you bring up your screen and start talking.
First, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yah in the mighty name of His Son, Yahushua Hamashiach. Uh, Start this debate off by proving and showing that patriarchal system has always been natural. It evolved into it through the growth and development of societies as a natural understanding that men and women have certain roles in this world that we are to play. And that's what I aim to show. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges, and fellow debater. Today we will be gathering the esteemed to develop significant and controversial topic. Are patriarchal societies normal? Throughout history, patriarchal has been a dominant social structure with men, Salakia, okay, holding authority and power in views shaped of life. But the control question we must confront is whether this system is a product of human nature and construct sped by social culture and historical facts. On one side, some argue, like my opponent, that is rooted in biology, evolution, agriculture, like, what is that noise? Oh. Roles that have presided across cultures and times. Others tend to, Salakia, consider that patriarchal systems are a product of cultural constructs reinforced by history, criticisms, and institutions that have supported equality. In this debate, we will delve into the origins of patriarch societies, examine whether they are truly natural or artificial, fabricated, and consider the implications of these views for modern society. Let's approach this discussion with an open mind, accolade roading to the respect for deriving persons and Salakia, as we seek to uncover the truth behind one of the most enduring social structures in human history. All right, go ahead, bro. Slide 2. Are you there, bro? Breon, are you there? You don't know how to unmute? It says what? It says you cannot operate. Oh, Kiss.
Yes.
You have to unmute him. He said he can't unmute
Um,
himself.
which box? Because he's not muted.
6.
He's not muted.
Box 6.
He's unmuted him. Let's try it again.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah,
No.
we can
Yes,
hear
we
you
can hear
now.
you
All
now.
right. All right. Hold on.
This is on my time.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you said box two, bro? Like
Mm-hmm.
definition from Oxford Languages? Read the
Box two.
definition.
Box three,
Okay.
Salakia.
It says, today I will demonstrate that the patriarchal system has been ingrained in human society since the very beginning, as far back as the creation of man and woman. To support this argument, I will draw on the insights of evolutionary psychologists like Stephen Pinker and anthropologists like Napoleon Chagnon, among others. But more importantly, I'll refer to the sacred texts which offer the foundational understanding of the roles of men and women.
1 minute.
By definition, patriarchy is not a system of oppression or hatred toward women. Instead, it promotes love, protection, provision, and companionship for women, values that reflect its natural foundation. The idea that patriarchy is inherently harmful to women is a misnomer. After all, women who were created from men and for men are meant to be helpmates and life partners, an arrangement that is natural and mutually beneficial. History, human behavior, cultural norms, and our ability to adapt all reflects this understanding. Today, I will show how these factors align with the natural order that patriarchy represents, proving that this system is not only natural but essential to the harmony between men and women.
What's
Continue.
That's time.
It's time.
All right. Thank you guys so much for giving up those opening rounds. Now forward, we're gonna go into the first opening round. I'm sorry, the first round. My bad. Who are you, and why are you on my panel? Can you drop down, bro? Heavy, heavy. Hate to do it, but you gotta go. I don't understand why people are up here in the back.
Hey,
Thank
Brian,
you.
go back on mute, bro.
I don't want anybody kicked out, so I can drop them down. I definitely don't want to kick people out of the box. Um, who you can't hear, King Mill? Boxes are locked. All right, Ashe. This is your first round. We'll be going into the first round, and after Ashe's 8 minute first round, we will go into a 6 minute rebuttal round, and then it'll be on the reverse. Kalium, you will have your 8 minute first round, and Ashe, you will be able to rebuttal for 6 minutes. Understood? Well, good. All right. Whenever
Yeah,
you start
go on mute, bro.
speaking, yeah, you guys should go on mute if you're
Go,
not speaking.
go on mute,
Yashar,
bro.
Yashar, we're waiting on you to bring up his presentation so that he can start.
We just go right to where we left off, brother. Right to where we left off.
Whenever
So as
you start,
explained before, we're
you
going to
ready?
explore. Yes. So as
All right.
explained before, we're going to see across the world where within many cultures, a lot of cultures before you even have the introduction of your Bible, where we see the woman not only as a deity, but as a creator deity. So let's see how across the planet, amongst these many cultures, the way that they view the woman, far as worship and spirituality. Let's begin here with Neith or Neat of ancient Kemet. Neith is an ancient Kemetic god who embodies the cosmic waters She is often depicted as a creatrix who drew forth all life from the net of her being, i.e., her womb, symbolizing the watery depths of the cosmos. Neph's creative power is linked to the primordial waters from which all existence emerges, making her an essential figure in comedic creation stories. 3, we have Sky Woman of the Iroquois tribe for our indigenous people. In the Iroquois tradition, Sky Woman is an essential figure in the creation of the earth plane energies. She descended from the sky and gave birth to the earth, bringing forth the life and nurturing the land. Sky Woman's story emphasizes the feminine role in the creation and sustenance of the world, highlighting the interconnectedness of all life. 4, we have Sophia, as we even seen in the last debate about the Gnostic tradition. Sophia, meaning wisdom, is a key figure in the Gnostic cosmology. She is often depicted as the divine feminine aspect of God, embodying wisdom and the creative force. According to Gnostic texts, Sophia's longing to know the unknowable led to the creation of the material world. Her story reflects the complex interplay between knowledge, creation, and the divine feminine. 5, we have Tiamat in ancient Mesopotamia. Tiamat is a primordial goddess in Mesopotamian mythology, representing the chaotic waters of creation. She is often depicted as a dragon or a sea serpent. Tiamat's body was split to form the earth, the heavens and the earth, symbolizing the transformation of chaos into order. Her story underscores the dual nature of the feminine as both creator and destroyer. 7, we have Gaia or Gaia in the Greek pantheon. Gaia or Gaia is the personification of the earth in the Greek mythos. She emerged from chaos and gave birth to the sky, mountains, and seas. Gaia is the ultimate mother figure, nurturing all life on Earth. Her union with Uranus, the sky, produced the Titans, further emphasizing her role as the progenitor of both gods and mortals. Gaia's story highlights the interconnectedness of all life and the Earth as a living and a breathing entity. Next slide. 8, we have Isis or Aset, once again in the Kemetic mythology. Isis is one of the most revered goddesses in the ancient mythology, Egyptian mythology. She embodies the quantities of motherhood, magic, and healing. Isis is often depicted as a nurturing mother who used her magical abilities to protect and heal her loved ones. Her story, particularly her loved ones, particularly her quest to resurrect her husband Osiris, underscores the themes of love, devotion, and the transformative power of the divine feminine. 9, we have Inanna in the Sumerian mythology. Inanna, also known as Ishtar in the Akkadian mythology, is a complex goddess associated with love, beauty, sex, fertility, and war. She is a powerful figure who descended into the underworld and returned, just like our Christ, symbolizing death and rebirth. Inanna's journey reflects the cyclical nature of life and the transformative power of the divine feminine. 10, we even have the Japanese Amaterasu, who is a sun deity. Use her because the sun is often seen as a masculine force. Amaterasu is the sun goddess in the Shinto mythology and one of the principal deities of the Japanese pantheon. She is the embodiment of light and life, bringing warmth and growth to the world. Amaterasu's story, particularly her retreat into a cave and subsequent return, symbolize the cycles of light and darkness and the renewal of life. We can just go back. We got one more round of slides. You can just go back out into the matriarch to the introduction of the matriarch societies. Now we go into matriarchal rulership. I apologize, brother. Matriarchal rulership. The next slide, the other set of slides, I said matriarchal rulership. I'll just start. Next, we go again into the rulership of the matriarch. The original queens who ruled before the advent of patriarch societies were powerful matriarchs who held significant authority and influence. Their reigns were categorized by unique governance structures, rituals, and society norms that emphasize
Wait, hold
the
on,
centrality.
I say time out. I don't see that slide. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me make sure I'm on the same page as you. What number slide is that, bro?
It won't be in there. It should be. You should have got 2 packages. You should have got 2 PowerPoints.
Okay, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Gotcha. Okay.
There we go.
So hold on. All right. So we right here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So matriarchal rulership. The original queens who who ruled before the advent of patriarchal societies were powerful matriarchs who held significant authority and influence. Their reigns were categorized by unique governance structures, rituals, and societal norms that emphasized the centrality of the feminine in both spiritual and temporal realms. Let's dive into these queens and their matriarchal realms. First on the list, we have the Myriadic Candaces of Nubia. This is an excerpt from World History Encyclopedia surrounding the Candaces of Midro. The Candaces of Midro were the queens of the kingdom of Kush, who ruled from the city of Midro from 284 BCE to 314 CE, a number of whom ruled independently from 170 BC to 314 CE in what is now Sudan. The title Candace is Latinized version of the Kent. You brought that down, brother. You brought that into the joint. Of the Kentucky or the Kandaki in Myriadic, or it may mean queen, regent, or queen mother, but could also mean royal woman. Although the term seems to have originally referred to the mother of the king from around 170 BCE, it also was used to designate a female monarch who reigned independently. The queens making up the Candaces of Miro were the following. We have Shenadakti. She was in, butcher these names, 170 BCE. We have, I won't even go into these names. But these is just a short list of many of the queens who reigned in their times of their reign when they ruled in that land of Nubia. Just a quick quote: Candace, queen of Ethiopia, is mentioned in the Bible when the apostle Philip meets a eunuch of great authority under her reign and converts him to Christianity. In this passage, as in other ancient works mentioned in the Candace, the royal title has been often confused with a person's name, with somebody's name. So we have Queen Kahina of the North African Berbers. Kahina, in the 7th century CE, was a Berber warrior queen and seer who. What's that? What's that?
Yashar, time.
What was the alarm? That was the clock. What was the alarm?
That wasn't my alarm. Yashar, because he's the only one that's not on mute.
Yeah, that threw me, but it's cool.
All right. All right, all right, all right. So I'm not sure what that was. Hopefully, Yashar, you straight out there? Cause what was that?
I'm at work.
It was a siren, like okay. So he's really doing really, really amazing. Thank you. Just want to make sure that he was all right. Um, I do not have. I got. There we go. I'm gonna unmute you. So now we're gonna go into your 6 minute rebuttal. Oh,
10-4. Bro, we can pick right back where we left off at.
you know
Go
the
ahead.
rebuttal.
Which would be
You want me to go ahead and read?
slide 4. We're gonna go to, you go to 5. Patriarch. We're gonna talk about that for a real quick second. By definition, the patriarch is the male head of a family or tribe.
Salakia, one moment. You do know this is a rebuttal round, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
All right. Um, all I can do is say if this is you're
Hmm?
all right. It's all good. I will start your time over because I needed to make sure that you do understand this is a rebuttal round, right?
Right,
So
right.
I'm gonna start your time over when you decide to start talking.
I'm trying to understand what the problem is.
If yep, that's it. I'm with Ashay. Let's just keep it going because clearly you don't understand what rebuttal means. So let's go. Go ahead with your
I don't know what
presentation.
rebuttal means because I
Hmm.
want to rebuttal how I want to rebuttal.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
Okay.
Whenever you start doing
Uh,
it.
that kind of just threw me, but okay.
You want me to go ahead and read, bro?
Give me 1 second, bro. Let me go back to where I was at.
Definitions from Oxford Languages.
As soon as you
No,
pull
you
it
stay
up.
right there. You stay right there.
You're not talking yet, so you're not going to hear nothing. He's making sure that his presentation is right on point.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. So the patriarch, by definition, is the male head of a family. So everything that he just brought out and everything that he just spoke on stems from the positioning that women were gained or given through different constructs of society and social restraints. So I'm gonna be showing throughout this debate that all of these women that he just called queens and rulers, which they were in their rightful respects, was given that power by men under the patriarchal system. All the things that he just brought out, everything that he just showed, did not entail or detail supporting facts to prove what he's saying. Now, is he going to do that later? We shall see. But we know for a fact that everything in the time of Mesopotamia, pre-antediluvian, was patriarch. This is before the flood. If you don't know what antediluvian or pre-antediluvian is, this is the time period in which people lived before the great flood. I'm going to be showing that. Other things that he said in his opening round that would lead to believe that women were in rulership and authority from the beginning of time. But if we go to book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 18, we're going to see that woman was created from man for man. We go to Genesis 3 and 16. You're going to see that the Most High saw that man did not need to be alone and decided to make him a helpmate from his rib. So all these things that he just spoke on about these queens being natural rulers, we're going to show in this debate that it was driven and given by the hands of men. Whether it be that they died, more likely these men died and these women took these roles. Whether it was for the construct of politics and the well-being of these nations that they were ruling over, men put them in the place. And that's what I'm going to show in this debate. I'm going to also show that women elected men because of their power in infrastructure within their societies and communities based on those principles because women know, just like today, that the men with the power gives them a better opportunity at gaining some of those abilities. That's what we're going to show in this debate. He's not showing anything in stone where these women were ruling before men or over men in the sense that they weren't given this power. He didn't show that. He's going to have to show it. But what I'm going to show y'all is that these men who started this foundational understanding from the beginning was not fabricated, man-made. It's natural. And I'm going to show that through history and archaeology and through a lot of scholarship. That's what this debate is structured around. He does not have enough evidence to support his claim, nor can he prove that these women were ruling before men, therefore giving them the matriarchal role that he's claiming that they're in. If they were giving their power by men, that means that the patriarchal society superseded the matriarchal society and gave way to the women that led in power. I'm going to show you in this debate that the scholars and the historians and the theologians say that these women who were ruling and reigning definitely was given that power. Also, we're going to show where women were given that power back to men because they knew that it was the natural order, like Queen Sheba. We're going to show all of these things in the debate. So at the end of the day, no matter how much
1 minute.
information that he tries to facilitate in hopes that he could reach the judges and the people in the viewing audience, it won't work because I have enough evidence, enough historian scholarship to show that that's not true. And we know for a fact that in today's time in society, our women generally cling to us in a patriarchal manner. That's just the order that it is. So when we get into this information in my opening round, that's what I'm going to show y'all. Thank you for your time.
18 seconds left on the clock. You yield. All right.
I yield.
So that was an rebuttal round. Thank you for giving a rebuttal. Appreciate it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, right. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to allow you to go into your first 8-minute round. And then Ashe, you will have the opportunity to rebuttal after that. We good with that? Khalim, you ready? Waiting on you. Whenever you start talking, it will be your time. Will start. No, I don't have a muted, but Khalim, you are muted on your end. There you
Can
go.
you can you can you hear me, Brian?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can hear you.
You ready? Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know I was on mute.
Definitions from Oxford. There.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Phone.
All right. Definitions from Oxford Languages for patriarch. It is a noun word. One, the first point, the male head of a family or tribe. The second point, any of those biblical figures regarded as fathers of the human race, especially Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and their forefathers, or the sons of Jacob. Similar, senior figure, father, pater familias, leader, elder, grandfather, guiding light, guru. Keep reading, bro.
Next slide.
All right. What is patriarchy according to scholars? Patriarchy is a system of relationships beliefs, and values embedded in political, social, and economic systems that structure gender, inequality between men and women. Attributes seen as feminine or pertaining to women are undervalued, while attributes regarded as masculine or pertaining to men are privileged.
Hold on. So, what I want everybody that's listening to this debate, esteemed judges, viewing audience, is this is the definition that my opponent, is going by, not the natural definition that I should just showed you. That is the real definition. This is the opinion of merely men versus what we see in real time. Next slide.
Women came from men. It says
Give him this
Stevie
theologian.
Nettie,
Mhm.
Nettie Stevens, born July 7th, 1861, Cavendish, Vermont, U.S., died May 4th, 1912, Baltimore, Maryland, was an American biologist and geneticist who was one of the first scientists to find that sex is determined by a particular configuration of chromosomes. Adapting is natural. Support for the idea of natural patriarchy. Evolutionary psychology. Proponents argue that certain psychological traits, such as aggression and competitiveness in males, have been favored through evolution, leading to male dominance in many societies. They suggest that these traits helped our ancestors survive and reproduce, thus becoming ingrained in human behavior. Biological differences. Some scholars point to biological differences between men and women, such as physical strength and reproductive roles, as reasons why patriarchal structures developed. They argue that these differences could lead to men taking on roles that involve hunting and protection, while women focus on child rearing. The next one is anthropological evidence. Studies of hunter gatherer societies often reveal that men typically engage in hunting and resource gathering, while women gather and care for children. Supporters of the natural patriarchy argument suggest that these roles have historical precedents that influences contemporary gender roles. Social hierarchies in other species. Observations of hierarchical structures in primate species where dominant male control access to resources and mates are sometimes used to argue for a natural inclination toward patriarchy in humans as well. Counter arguments. Cultural variation. Critics argue that the vast diversity of gender roles and family structures across cultures suggests that patriarchy is not a universal or natural condition. Many societies exhibit matriarchal or egalitarian structures, indicating that social organization is heavily influenced by cultural factors. Social construction feminist theories emphasize that gender roles are socially constructed rather than biological.
Stop right there. I brought this out to show you that, again, these are the definitions that men are coming up with to enforce their ideologies. It's merely a lie.
Um, were you are you done?
I
You're
heard
mute as
Bill. I'm tripping.
you did not hear me say
I
one
was
minute
the
or
I am
anything.
tripping.
You have two
Tripping.
minutes and 50 seconds left on the
Woo!
clock.
Hey, let's get back to that. Let's get back to that slide. I thought I just heard Bill and stop, bro.
I,
No,
I
those
heard
were
a bell
gift
too.
bells.
Yeah, I heard
You can
Bill. Let's
turn
go to the next slide.
All right.
Salakia, you can turn the gift bell sounds off. This is for everybody in the room. You can turn the gift bell sounds off using your three lines and going to gift sound settings and turning the bell off. Yeah, you're going to hear that loud, crazy music. If and I'm going to let you know that you have 1 minute.
Absolutely.
So
I know.
yeah,
I just heard the bill. That was on me. Um, so I got 2 minutes.
and 52 seconds.
Come, thank you. I need to turn that off. Let me turn that off real quick. That's about to bug me out. I'm on this tablet I don't never be on, so I didn't even know it was on. To be honest with you. How do I do that? Go to gifts and do what now?
So like you have to go to your gift
Uh,
settings and other tools. No, go to your 3 lines. See the button where it says gift, the little box down at the bottom, gift settings.
oh shoot. Got him. Okay. All right, we back. So what we just went over by Nettie Stevens. She was a biologist that founded the understanding that the male reproductive chromosomes determines the sex of the child, backing the Bible verse Genesis 3:16, like I stated earlier, and showing that women came from men. All right, let's go to the next slide. Right here where we're at, eight.
Adapting is nature. Our ability to learn from others and to transmit and build on knowledge, technology, and skills might be the most potent trait the world has seen for converting new lands and resources into more humans, whereas other species are confined to the environments their genes have adapted them
One
to.
minute.
We have adapted to nearly every new environment on Earth.
Patriarch. Next slide.
Humans have adapted for a long time. Humans have been adapting to their environment since the beginning of the species and continue to do so today. Humans have adapted in many ways. Humans have adapted biologically through evolution and non biologically by changing their environment. For example, humans have used some stone tools, fire, and built shelters. Humans can adapt to many environments. Humans can adapt to a wide range of environments, including deserts, tropical forests, Arctic wastelands, and cities. Humans can adapt quickly. Humans can respond quickly to environmental stresses, such as changes in temperature and humidity, and to